Small launch from the UK can have a dramatic impact on what we do in space in the UK. When you consider flight safety on the orbits that you want to go to, there's not many places in Europe where you can do a launch from. So Scotland's in a fairly unique position. There's not really any equivalent place near the centre of Europe.
As we've heard here at the conference, the UK make a majority of the world's small satellites, but we have absolutely no launch capability. So it will completely change the industry here in the UK by being able to launch from their own soil and just down the road from where they're building the satellites.
Yeah, we want to work with some vertical launch sites in the UK, like Scotland. We're working with Virgin Orbit at Cornwall Airport, Newquay Spaceport Cornwall, and they're looking at a different payload size than perhaps some of the other small launches are out of Scotland.
Currently you need to get a satellite out to, say, New Zealand in order to launch it, whereas being able to put it in the back of a van, essentially, and drive it up to the north of Scotland or down to Cornwall will have a lot of benefits.
It will enable and support industries within the UK with close connections to space to launch satellites from the UK for the first time.
The benefits of the vertical launch capability is that you can do it potentially at a lower cost because the infrastructure is less costly to maintain.
The vertical launch has the potential to be a lot more responsive. It can take a lot more to orbit.
It has potentially a massive impact on tourism for the area where you're doing it, because there are a lot of people who want to go and watch a rocket launch, and if it's a vertical launch, you actually see the rocket take off.
Whereas with horizontal launch, you can go to almost any inclination, flying to over the Atlantic Ocean and being able to drop over international waters.
Taking off and landing like more conventional aircraft. Within the UK, we have a number of airfields and aerodromes that can be repurposed to provide horizontal launch capabilities. Obviously, with a vertical spaceport, that's a development from scratch, but the UK has the capabilities and the opportunity to deliver both vertical and horizontal.